Today I thought I'd talk about one of the most frequently asked questions I get, and it's regarding e-bike battery charging. Now, having been involved with e-bikes and e-bike groups for many years, I often get asked questions about many of the different aspects and characteristics of e-biking. Specifically, why does my e-bike battery charge to 50% in a very short period of time, but the last 50% takes hours longer? You know, you might think that if it takes an hour to charge up to 50%, it would only take another hour to charge the last 50%. Well, in very simple and general terms, I want to explain to you why your e-bike battery charges this way. And an easy way to illustrate this is to imagine an empty parking lot at a shopping center. Now, imagine the e-bike battery electrons are the cars pulling into that empty parking lot. Now, because it's empty, the cars, and you know this, have an easy time of finding a parking space. This is just like the charging electrons charging an empty or low e-bike battery. Since the battery cells are low, the electrons, the charging electrons, have an easy time of finding the low cells, just like an empty parking lot when you park your car. When you first start charging your e-bike battery, your charger is what's called in the constant current phase. During this phase, the charger, it supplies a steady current to the battery, allowing it to charge rapidly. Then, just like when your parking lot begins to fill, the cars, you have a difficult time finding a parking spot, just like the electrons are trying to charge the battery. As the cells become charged, they fill or become charged at different rates. This means the electrons have a harder time finding room in the cells and balancing out the charge in each of the cells in your e-bike battery. Now, as the battery reaches around 50 to 80% of its capacity, usually around 50, it enters what's called the constant voltage phase. And in this phase, the charger reduces the current while maintaining a constant voltage. This helps protect the battery from overcharging and ensures a longer lifespan. However, it also means that the charging process slows down. And another, key player in this process is what's called the battery management system, or BMS. The BMS monitors the battery's voltage, current, and temperature to ensure, safe and efficient charging. It gradually, reduces the current as the battery approaches full charge to prevent overheating and to extend the battery's life. That's why it's important to use the battery chargers that came with your batteries and match the batteries. Generally, most manufacturers don't recommend using aftermarket fast chargers because the BMS of the battery and or the charger may not be compatible. And there you have it, a very simple explanation of why your e-battery charges at the first 50% faster than the last 50%. It's very, there are a lot of variables, but that's the very basic.